food has finally been making waves in the global culinary scene. And here's one chef's exciting take on what Filipino food is meant to be in the future. It's moving away from just simple reinvention, but actually telling a story. So this is your new menu, right?
Yes, it's the Intramuros menu, and it's a Filipiniana concept, which is 5 years in the making.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so we did Rizal for 5 years, and on and off, no, some discouragement, some inspiration. But when Madrid Fusion came, I said, you know what, we'll stick to it. So I went out, did the thing, and it got a good reception.
Yeah.
And it was the impetus for me to, you know what, I'll continue it.
It's really out of the box, right? Like no Filipino flavor so much as telling a story, right?
Yes.
Telling the history of the Philippines. Can you explain a little bit?
Well, what we try to do is we try to work with local ingredients, and Filipino flavors are there, and it has to be inspired by a very Filipino dish. You know, so we just mix it around a bit, and definitely if you see it, it's not Filipino food. And then the history aspect of it is because, you know, as a chef, I wanted to help my country, but then how can you help your country through cooking?
Rob Pengson combines modern techniques, personal creativity, and a passion for local culture. This one is the Intramuros menu. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
It's inspired by the different conflicting cultures. So the first course has to be Spanish and Malay influence. Also Filipino dish they all have to correlate to each other.
Yes.
So for the Malay influence and the Filipino dish, we kind of go with the kinilaw. So we go with the kinilaw, but we put some very Malay spices because at the time they were dealing with the kingdom of Borneo.
So you started with the Malay and Spanish and kind of that clash.
So this one is the next course, and it's inspired by Spanish Filipino culture. When we say American, we automatically think of corn. No? And so what we want to do is mais coñac. It's a foie gras custard underneath, and then we make a strawberry jam. And so it's all corn and foie gras, and then the ice cream is made of manchego cheese. And then the brittle is made of our local snack, the cornic.
His Filipiniana menu is a seasonal tasting menu inspired by Philippine culture, techniques, and flavors. What I like is that there's so much texture. This is my number one pet peeve with Filipino food in general, is they never vary the texture.
Yes.
And it's something that I think that now the new chefs that are playing with it are really playing with the textures that match the flavor, right?
There's so many good young chefs now. So it's a good time for Filipino food.
I think we saw that in Madrid Fusion, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yes.
like you had all these people that are really, slowly coming out far with the rest of the world and coming out with new ideas. His radical interpretation of progressive Filipino cuisine is inspired by Filipino history, culture, and heritage correlated with local ingredients and dishes to make a truly one-of-a-kind gastronomic experience. And this other dish?
I ate in Mechi Uma.
Yeah.
Okay, and,
he's another super
very talented guy.
Right? Bruce, yeah.
Bruce, very talented, and he made this dish with oysters and foie gras butter, which I really liked.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? How can I make a Filipino version of this? So I got inspired by adobong pusit.
Okay.
So we used the Aklan oysters. It's going to be chipirrones because this is experimental. Right now it's octopus. The pusit part comes in different textures. No? There's the thick sauce underneath, and also the sponge cake bread, which we cook in the microwave for like 10 seconds. And there's miso and mushroom. It's seaweed butter. And then again, we use adlay. So it's all there, and also caramelized yogurt. And the bread's there to soak up all the cheese.
Where do you think Filipino food is headed?
I think it's headed like this. I see a lot of chefs doing this thing, being more creative. Although I see it as a challenge because for every Filipino chef who's doing something very creative with Filipino food, my ratio could be off, but there's maybe 3 to 6 foreign brands coming in.
Yeah, that's true.
And people love the foreign brands. It seems to, so that's the challenge.
There you have it. These are truly exciting times for the Philippines' gastronomical adventure. We're moving beyond simple modernized plating and into a visionary and trailblazing path for the future of Filipino food.